Hello and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Be prepared for an exciting episode today. Our topic for today is dough. We chose dough as a common ground that different cultures share. We are going to talk about dough and how people use the same ingredients to do different things. Jews, Christians, and Muslims each has its own special food that represents its culture. Tonight, we are hosting amazing people that are going to share their version of using dough, explain steps, and talk about what makes this food special for them. So make sure you have some snacks aside because this is going to be a delicious episode. Our first guest is Ravital Dahan. She's going to share her story about Jachnun.
Jachnun is one of those dishes that everyone in Israel loves, but few actually make themselves. As Yemeni, those rolled sticks of dough are part of my ethnic identity's food. My grandmothers and my mother make it for almost every Shabbat. This dish is one of many slow-cooked Jewish foods invented to be prepared a day in advance and baked all night long, so that there would be hot food on the Shabbat morning, when lighting fires is prohibited. Originally, it was baked under the coals in families' outdoor taboos. I chose this particular dish because Jachnun is a show of human ingenuity. Simple ingredients like flour, water, sugar, and margarine turned into a delicacy that can be served hot on Shabbat, given the limitations of poverty and Jewish religious law.
Thank you, Revital, for sharing. It's amazing what we can do from the simplest ingredients. Very nice. Moving on to our next guest, Sabrine Arabe. She's going to explain the steps on how to make SHushbarak.
Directions on how to make SHushbarak. 1. Make the dough. In a mixing bowl, combine the flour, salt, and gradually add the water while kneading. Leave to rest. 2. Prepare the filling, meat, onion, and spices. Cook them together and set aside to cool. 3. Make the SHushbarak. On a clean, floured surface, roll the dough into a very thin sheet. Cut into circles using the tool. Place 1 teaspoon of filling mixture in the center of each circle. Fold in half, then bring both sides together to form a shape like a hat. Repeat with all the dough. 4. Make the yogurt sauce. Bring the yogurt to boil, lower the heat, then add the SHushbarak to the yogurt. This is how SHushbarak is being made. I choose this dish because the smell and the unique taste specializes in it. It might take time, but it's simple to make. We usually prepare it as a specific lovely dish when the family gathers.
Whoa, thank you, Sabrine, for this very, very delicious dish. I personally very much love it. Moving on to our next guest is Lilach. Lilach is going to talk about challah.
I have chosen to speak about challah. Challah is bread that almost every Jewish family eats in a Shabbat meal. It is part of our tradition and part of the ceremony we perform on Shabbat. It has a special blessing, Hamotzi lechem min haaretz. There is also a special mitzvah, which is one of the Jewish laws, which is called hafrashat challah. You have to take a small portion of the dough before it is baked and put it aside. In ancient days, this part of the dough would go to the priest who served at the holy temple. Today, you burn it. There's a special blessing you say, lafrish challah min ha'isa. When I was 12 and I had my bat mitzvah, I learned how to bake challah from my mother. This is our family tradition. And I did hafrashat challah with my mom, which is one of 3 mitzvahs that Jewish women have to do. I feel that challah represent one of the most important foods of the Jewish tradition. And it's very delicious too.
Wow, thank you, Lilach. It looks very delicious. Now, last but definitely not least, I'm going to share how we use dough to make zalabeih. Zalabeih is another kind of dough. We often make zalabeih on the 6th of January on the memory of Jesus' baptism in Jordan River. It's not hard to make. You just combine the ingredients, give a couple of minutes to rest, and you are ready to dip in the oil. As you can see in the video, you don't need a rolling pin for the dough. You can just shape it using your fingers. What I like about zalabeih is that a little bit can feed many people. You can eat it with Lebanese, cheese, eggs, and also it goes along with some honey. You can feel that the pictures speak for themselves. It looks crispy, yummy, delicious. Whoa, thank you girls for sharing those heart-melting recipes. I can say that I am starving right now, and I can't wait to taste what you have just talked about. So, ladies and gentlemen, our episode today is a proof that we can share culture no matter what we are. Food plays a big part in bringing cultures together. Hope you have enjoyed today's episode. Feel free to try the recipes at home and don't forget to share pictures with us. Thank you for joining us. Your host for today was Diana Hanout. Bye.